Hey guys, it's Slumming Rush, and today we're going to be taking a look at a replay that I just played on the map Pilsen. I'm in my T54, again. I love this tank. But yeah, we're on Pilsen, so a lot of people have trouble with this map. I don't actually understand why. That being said, I'm going to do my best to give you advice on how you can play this map, so maybe you can figure, how to make it work for you. So, typically on Pilsen, what I like to do in my medium tanks is I will go to the 9-0. If you take a look at the enemy team, they've got 2 tier 8 mediums, a couple light tanks, tier 7 medium. That is who I would expect to be fighting me on the 9-0. If you look at our team, we have got, a very similar lineup to theirs. We have enough mediums that we would be able to win the 9-0 if people go to where you can expect them to go. Typically, heavies will go into the city. You can expect that. So what you can see me doing is I am running over to the 0 line. I have noticed that I've actually got no one with me. I've got a 37 and a T49 and a T20. I mean, those are tier 7 tanks. They're not going to be able to help me out. We do have an IS-3A. In my experience, IS-3A players typically aren't very good at the game. So, that's just a way to judge the skill level of your teammates without actually using XVM. Alright, so what I like to do in this position is I will pop up, I will look for shots. You're going to see a lot of the beginning of the battle is going to be very slow. So what I found that, allows me to be as good as I am is keeping your hit points is going to be one of the most important things. And hit points, you can spend hit points, right? If it's going to give you an advantage, definitely spend your hit points. At the beginning of the game, though, typically you're not going to get big trade-offs. If you lose 1,000 hit points, generally you're not going to be able to do another 1,000 or even 2,000 damage in return. So just keep that in mind. What I'm noticing is I'm alone. I'm against a hull down T29. There's another T29 on the enemy team. For all I know, he might be over there. I'm looking at the map. I can't find that other T29. And pushing into a hull down T29 or 2 isn't a good idea. So I am deciding to run away. A lot of people feel that they need to be guarding the oh, that failed ram. A lot of people feel they need to guard the weak side. Really, there's no need for that. If you can win where the majority of the enemy team is, that's going to kill the majority of the enemy team, and that's going to give you the biggest advantage, if that makes sense. So what you can see me doing is I'm abandoning the 0 line. I have no interest in pushing into a crossfire between an FCM50T and a hull down T29. Already might click me. There's so many factors that would go wrong if I tried to push the 0 line. So I'm coming into the middle. My original plan was to come help out the city, but there is a CDC who YOLO'd the T28, so I'm going to help out that teammate if I can. Doing my best to not shoot the teammate right there, so you can see I held my shot so I didn't kill him, or team kill him. There's a CDC. We finished the CDC off. Now we have to deal with the FCM50T. Now my biggest fear is that the T28 is going to get circled by the 50T. Luckily our T49 goes and gets rammed by the 50T. Not really luckily, but he did that. The CDC's mad. He's calling me a trash auto reroll. That happens. I've sort of learned to start ignoring people. I mean, so many people, throw out insults. It's better just play your own game and have fun with it. So, yeah, 5100's YOLOing. Now, I'm trying to take hits for that T28. Again, I don't want that T28 to die because he's got so much armor. If he lives, he's able to just take hits in the future of the game, and that's going to be really useful. Right now there's a M103 here. I'm putting shots into the M103. You'll notice I actually switched to Heat. I was planning on switching to Heat for the M103, but the problem is Heat dies in spaced armor. So you can see I'm actually continuing to shoot AP. That's because I expected the M103 to continue side scraping, and when you're shooting Heat at tracks, you're just not going to pen. So in this situation, AP is definitely the better round to be shooting. Fortunately, I don't have to really worry about cost, but, it's just some advice. If you're shooting at the tracks of a vehicle, there's no reason to be shooting Heat. Alright, so you can see me looking for shots here. Right now it's just a matter of winning the city. They've got a lot of people in the city, and we actually have a lot of people out of the fight. If you look at the map, T54 here isn't really in the fight. I mean, he's dealing with a comet, but it's a comet, who cares? And then we have like 3 other tanks that are going to be preoccupied by the 2 T29s. I wouldn't be surprised if I was right that both the T29s were camping at B0. So you can see I'm pushing to this comet. I know I have the armor. There's no threat to me, in my opinion. I missed the shot because I'm a terrible aimer. I am pretty bad at shooting, but I do miss the shot, and that's what happens sometimes, whatever. And I can't actually afford to take the hits from that comet. So the comet dies to the T34. Now it's just a matter of going after the Yag Panther. Now, I made a bit of a mistake there. I should have expected that WZ to be looking my way. I took a hit for it, but mistakes happen. Like, you're not going to have perfect... It's very rare to have a perfect game. That's what hit points are for. there's an opportunity to shoot at the Tiger or the WZ, so I shoot at the WZ. Now it's just, I kill the Tiger because he's a one-shot. Now I'm just dealing with this WZ, and we've got 4 people. There's like no chance that he's going to live. I let the heavy tank take the hit here. The M103 is showing his broadside, so he's probably going to lose hit points for that. Whatever, I guess. I can't micromanage my teammates, but you know, oh well. Now we're just chasing down a T29. There's 3 people left on the enemy team. I'll fast forward it because the game's over. Hopefully this replay was informative. Basically, I just wanted to showcase the importance of not fighting a fight that isn't going to win you a game. Like, if you're not doing, how do I describe it? A lot of people will typically just wait on a flank if it's undergunned. Like, if there aren't enough people and they're worried about losing the flank, that's the incorrect way to do it. You want to try to win what will kill the majority of the enemy team. And so that's just what I did there. And obviously, I ended up getting a top gun out of it, 10k win 8, etc., etc. So, yeah, hopefully this replay was helpful and insightful. If you have the opportunity to either go one side with all your team or defend the weak flank, you always want to be going with your team, because there's no chance that you're going to win a 5v1, even like a professional. Like, I used to play professionally. It's just, the game is about positioning. It's not about armor. If you position yourself in a shitty position, you're never going to win. If you position yourself in a fight that's 5v1, it doesn't matter how good you are, they're just going to beat you. Like, that's not where the skill in this game is. It's not 5v1ing people, it's literally just positioning. So, keep that in mind. Hopefully this replay is helpful. If you want to see more, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and end plates are down in the description. Bye for now.